What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of
Nonsense Rumble!
That's right, we're back to our usual formula. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 fight. Today's category is Summoner, which is a bit broad on purpose.
Yeah, this is someone who just summons another character to fight on their behalf.
Absolutely. Like, technically speaking, a Pokemon trainer could probably come under this rule set, but we'll see if either of us went down that road. Rick, do you have an honourable mention?
My honourable mention is Queen Bran, and it's because she's not the real summoner. She summons things that she has stolen the ability to summon.
Yeah, and she can't control them.
No. That said, she is incredibly unscrupulous with how she uses them. I think one of the most horrifying scenes in any Final Fantasy is Atmos. Yeah, just people rising to their deaths with no way to stop it. That's just, ooh.
Yeah, and also Atmos is an incredibly disgusting looking creature. Like, we'd already seen Odin at that point completely decimate Clara, but wait, was it Odin or was it Bahamut?
I think it was Odin that does Clara.
Right, yeah, I think Bahamut's later.
Because Bahamut's the last one she does.
Yeah, and turns.
Yeah, that's the one that Kuja takes over with the Invincible, ain't it?
Yeah. So Odin completely destroys Clara, but that's done in a blink of an eye, and you don't see anything. You experience the aftermath and the refugees making it to Lindblom, but you don't actually. There's no lingering horror of how horrible that death would have been. It would have been instant.
Yeah. My other honourable mention is Rydia from Final Fantasy.
No, you don't get two.
Okay.
No twos, just one.
No twos. But yeah, okay, fair enough. Who's going to be your honourable mention?
My honourable mention is Yugimoto/Atem. Not one or the other, but the two as one.
Yeah, because they're pretty inextricably linked, apart from that one arc in which they're not.
Well, it's also just like Yugimoto baseline is a bit shit as a duelist, and Atem is good, but he doesn't have a second person to talk with and strategize with. When the two are together and have their internal monologues, they're pretty fucking OP. And also, the reason why they're honourable mention is also because the duel monsters aren't technically real, so I could see an argument easily being quashed by the fact, but you can't really summon duel monsters, so it's really a nothing fight.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, that gets us to the actual contest itself, Rick. Do you want to put forth your pick? And how much of a Final Fantasy character are they?
Okay, mine is not a Final Fantasy character. It's Gudeko from Fate Stay Night.
Oh, Rick, we've gone for such similar themes.
Yeah, so I'm picking the gag version of the female character who is absolutely ruthless with the value of her servants.
So you said Gudekau, which means you actually mean Fate Grand Order and not Stay Night.
Yeah, Fate Grand Order, yeah. So specifically Fate Grand Order, in which you can have as many servants as you can put money into.
Okay, but for the purposes of a fight, you get 5.
Yeah. You get 3 on field, and then, you
get 2 in reserve, and 1 comes in from an ally, so that one doesn't count.
Yeah. But on field any one time, it's basically 3. But yeah, you got a roster of an enormous number of myths, and if there is a myth, then the servant is as strong as the myth, and that basically covers fiction as well, so it's difficult to have a universe stronger than one in which this kind of summoner is prevalent.
Okay, Rick, I've got to put one caveat here is you're using a Fate Go person, so you're limited to servants already in Fate Go. You can't just say
totally.
That being said, your point's very valid. There's some very strong creatures. That being said, my pick's stronger.
Go ahead then.
My pick is the Hobino from SMT5, aka the protagonist.
Okay.
I can summon Beelzebub and Lucifer and Satan and God. All at once.
Shit.
But I've also got an active team of 4. Granted, one of those counts as the Nahobino themselves, but they imbue themselves with the strength of their demons. So we've got a 3 versus 3 team plus summoner. In Fate Go, the mechanics for the summoner are pretty much limited to what they can do with their crests, which, you've got your suit, which gives you 3 abilities, I believe, but you can also use your crest that give you 1 full revive, which might be a pain in the arse. But again, I have God and Satan on the same team.
Yeah, Gilgamesh might be cool, but can he beat God and Satan both at once?
And the thing I'm thinking of is, we can have Kukullan versus Kukullan.
Yeah.
We can have Scafanch versus Scafanch.
Yeah, find out which one's better.
Guess what? It's the SMT5 version. Because I can make them as powerful as I like because of the Demon Cathedral.
Yeah, welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows where demons gather.
And also, even if we included the reserves, the Nahabino gets a reserve team of like 12 by the end.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm so happy we had such similar picks, though.
I roll over.
So
I'm rolling over at this one.
I'm sure Gilgamesh would throw a bitch fit, but no, I don't think he can beat God and Satan combined.
No. And especially when you've got like different versions of them as well. Like you've got Satanael, you've got Lucifer.
Here's the thing, Rick, is I am going to be a bit fair and limit it to just SMT5 demons, and Satanael is definitely exclusive to Persona 5.
Yeah, fair enough.
Lucifer isn't a thing.
Well, it's Hellel usually.
Yeah, but
it's Lucifer pre-fall.
I don't think that's a thing in SMT because Heliel's another thing. That's a Norse god.
Well, Hellel is. It used to be the maximum one for the Star Arcana in Persona 4.
If you say so, I'm not familiar. I don't think it appears in SMT5. If it does, my apologies. Speaking of SMT5, that's out soon. The remake.
Oh yes, the new one. Yeah,
I say remake.
I saw it. Yeah, the Divergence.
Yeah, the one that gives you the base game and some extra DLC.
I saw it on Humble Bundle when I went to look for every other thing that's coming out right now. Like Destiny 2 gets its new expansion, Elden Ring gets expansion, Final Fantasy 14 gets its expansion, and then SMT gets its expansion that's also a full release.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you went for a good pick, Rick. Unfortunately, I outmaneuvered you without realising it.
Yes, you did.
The Nahobino wins! So yeah, join us again next week for an interesting category, to say the least, on...
Nonsense Rumble!